Hello, hello. You are joining me again, and I'm making a best starters guide on V Rising today. The first real thing, uh, if you've already played this game, you'll know that this game has a very in-depth tutorial. It'll lead you through the entire game, really. But I'm just going to be focusing on things that you can do differently to give yourself a head start. And the first thing I'd like to talk about is actually your base location. Now, this is where I started out. You come out of the tutorial here, started on the right side, and I worked my way all the way up north to this point here. And that is because right here, you can get horses. And if you have a base location near horses and you're getting horses right off the bat, it's gonna speed you through the whole game really quickly. Like I do have a horse right here. And you just press the E button and it allows you to just trot through the whole game really quickly. That's the first thing I really wanted to talk about. If you do decide to actually choose the same starting base you see on the map, you just head north from this location onto the pathway up around this little cotton farm, and right here on this northern side there'll be a stables with a bunch of horses right there. And the second thing I wanted to talk about is something most people look past, and it's actually very helpful. So with the sawmill, I usually keep this thing loaded so it's just constantly producing planks and sawdust. And it's not for the planks, it's actually for the sawdust, because you'll get to a point in this game where you'll unlock the study. Press the K button here. K button. And if you go all the way up to here, is it him? No, it's not him. It's this guy. Nicholas the Fallen. He unlocks the paper press, and this allows you to make paper. And those papers you bring to the study, or the research desk, and then you can actually research new equipments that you'll be able to build here. And it's like usually the upgraded version of like the Night Stalker vest or your copper weapons and whatnot. And that'll allow you to reach your like second phase where you're going to be building or working with steel and everything, and that'll help fast track you through the game a lot quicker. I'll show you guys exactly where you get horses. That way you'll get a look at how fast horses are in this game. And to even put it in perspective, when I first walked up to this area, it took about 15 minutes. Now with the horse, it takes me probably like 2 minutes to get anywhere. And it's just a huge benefit. I know a lot of people are gonna look at this tutorial and be like, what do you need a tutorial for in this game? But yeah, I'm just showing you how I fast track my character through the game using horses and other little exploits most people overlook, including the paperwork thing.
Damnation is promised to the dark.
It is crazy dangerous around here, like everything can absolutely whoop you, so if you are in this area, you're gonna want to be careful, right? Until you actually reach like level 40 or whatever, where you can contend with these guys. Everything is gonna be back on the map on this side for your starting stuff. I got a dead body over there with a bunch of copper. This is also one place I definitely remember, because coming back here for copper ore and copper, this is the best place to find copper. Other than that, man, there really isn't a whole lot to talk about other than the first few starting things that I go after for your bosses and your V-Blood. I like to focus on things that benefit my character like the most in the beginning. So, like I said, the paper press, that's going to be something, but it's going to be way later, right? Like level 35. What I first focused on when I first started hunting the V-Blood was your leather. I went after Keely the Frost Archer so that I could come back here, start producing leather in my tannery, like so. And then you'll be able to come over here and actually make these clothes that I've already made. And this helped boost me, so I was like, when I first made the base, I was like level 10. Now I'm level 27 because I've already made the leather clothes. I've already started making the copper. And you can make the copper stuff almost immediately, but you'll have to have one of these upgraded weapons first to actually be able to break the copper ore, right? I'm trying to think, what else can I talk about, really? There isn't a whole lot that can give you an advantage, but like I said, like the horse. Also, making salves, vermin salves. Most people don't make the vermin salves, but they're quite handy. Try and get back over to my body, pick out my stuff, and I'll show you. The thing with the vermin salves, like you can actually use the teleporter way gates with them. So because they count as like one of your tools, right? So you're actually able to teleport with the vermin salves, but they aren't as useful as you might like them to be honest, because they take a while to actually pop, and they only heal to a certain limit. So you, like, if you're in a fight, you'll get a cap on how much you can heal. There's certain things that you can do to actually break that cap so that you can continue healing. Like when you're fighting a boss, they'll eventually, if you do enough damage to them, they'll drop those red orbs that if you pick them up, they give you health. If you have made sure that you've already reached your cap, and it says max when you're trying to heal your character, if you pop one of those red orbs, it breaks the cap and you'll be able to actually continue to heal. So that's another useful thing that you can exploit in this game. I'm just gonna ditch that horse because I already have another one over here. These are something you're not going to want to run past like I am doing, but I'm just doing this video for a tutorial. You're going to want to collect all of those because they drop like your rare gems and whatnot, like sapphires and crude stones, and you're going to need those for sure to be able to up like crafting some equipment and stuff like that. So don't do what I'm doing. I'm just making this video, or playing this run through for the sake of this video. I'm actually going to be moving on since there isn't going to be a whole lot of content for this game, because this game is incredibly in-depth on a tutorial. Like I said, the tutorial lasts basically throughout the entire game. It's going to be continuously leading you throughout the game so that you're never really lost. But yeah, every time you find one of those, you're going to want to break it open, collect all the gems from it. use my other horsey. Oh, these guys suck. But yeah, as you can see, the vermin salves. A salve that recovers 35% of your max health over 15 seconds. The healing effect is limited when in combat and breaks upon taking damage. So that limit, like I was talking about, you can break that limit using those health orbs that bosses drop. So if you made sure that you maxed out and you've healed to your limit and it says max, you can break that max by collecting one of those red health orbs and then just continue it. You can use another salve and it'll heal you more. So they are useful, but they're also like not as useful as you might like them to be, sort of thing. And once you've killed Keely the Frost Archer, you've gotten your leather, you've made your leather equipment. I didn't even necessarily go back to the base immediately after killing Keely to make the leather equipment. I actually went over and found the next character, which I'm going to show you in a minute once I'm not being harassed by everyone on the map. A lot of even the combat in this game, it's really quite easy as long as you can get the hang of just like staying on the defensive, avoiding attacks, and just getting your few licks in. Like, don't focus on just doing as much damage as you can and ignoring their attacks, because enemy attacks in this game seem to do way more damage than your attacks, and they have way more health than you do. So like I said, stay on the defensive and you'll be good. And the second guy I went after was for the crossbow, and as you can see, that's all part of staying on the defensive, avoiding attacks, using your dodge and whatnot, and you know, just fire your arrows when you can, right? And eventually you'll kill them. And what I usually see is that I'm at the end of my battles, I'm usually still full health, and you know, I've just wrecked the enemy because, you know, just stay on the defensive, get your licks in, and yeah. And these bosses are really quite easy in the beginning, like these first 4. That's why I haven't like really shown you guys a full-on like tutorial of how to beat these guys, because you don't need one. What I'm focusing on is helping people move through the game quickly, giving you an advantage at like building up your character, building up your base and everything else, and just getting your character leveled up as quickly as possible. This next guy, he brings you to storage containers, which is awesome because the storage containers you currently have are crap. See that? Yeah, it's crap. It's crap. Give you larger storage containers, and there's also like material specific storage containers like gem boxes and everything else. I honestly do suggest utilizing those material boxes, because like having everything specific, like, oh, I know where to look for gems, I know where to look for building materials and this and that, like everything's very organized that way, because it only actually lets you put those certain things in those storage chests, like your gems and whatnot, like I just said. And I'm not there yet, but the last thing I wanted to point out again is the paper press. A lot of people do actually overlook this. They'll kill this guy and then not go and make the paper press. But once you have the research bench and the paper press, you can make paper out of sawdust and plant fiber, right? So like, just like, I probably have a bajillion plant fiber on me. Okay, I only have 20, but plant fiber, you can get it so easily. Sawdust, only made from the sawmill. So that's why I usually have this thing fully stocked with wood. Like, I'll just fill up all these boxes and then just let her go. And that's because sawdust is actually so useful. And with that, I'm actually going to end this tutorial. Like I said, there isn't a whole lot that I can even tell you to help you through this game, because it's quite in depth in its tutorial. Like, it's telling me to do stuff right now, right? And hope you liked the video, like and subscribe, and take care.